All right, welcome to Wacht on Rhein, December 18th, a.m. I'm just finishing up the Allies movement section, or movement phase. Right now I'm working on the first, which is this unit right here. I'm breaking down at M10, and I'm going to assign the companies to, we have these two units up here, and I have a unit there. So we're going to assign those to those infantry units. So let me mark these down on a piece of paper so I know which companies go where. And so when I have to recombine them, they have to all go in the same hex or be adjacent to each other to be able to recombine. Plus it tells me when I look at them and they're in combat, I can find their parent counter and find out what their PR is. So this is the 36, the 31, and the 19th. Because these company units, they have numbers on the corner, and so you can reference them by noting them down on a piece of paper. Alright, so now these infantry units, and put this in a broken box. Those infantry units will have armor support. So what I'm doing is I'm setting up along that main road, and the reason why we have coming down this road, if they make it, is the 12th SS. So I want to shore up this road and make sure that we have enough troops to be able to fend it off. I have the 9th that's going to march its way straight down. So let me finish up over here. Let's get this back. So I need to move these guys down the road, this mechanized unit, so I have to get this mechanized unit off. And I have to move this unit as well. I still don't know what to do with this unit. So let's do this. Let's pull it off the road. Let's pull it back here. And let's get this M10. Now, since it's moving, we will, trying to see, I don't want to go all the way around. So we're going to move it up front for now until we know what to do with it later. Now I can move, let's see. All right, so now I can move this mechanized unit out and down the road. I have this guy still on the road as well, up front. He was, let's pull him back for now. Let's leave him there. Let's take these guys down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Not working with me today, are you? All right, so These guys are in truck, which I forgot to put. Forgot to put their truck markers on them. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6, 7, 8, and this guy will be here. Trying to see where I want to bring these guys. Right now I'm just going to bring them there until I can see where do I want to station them. I have a new Corps headquarters coming on. So this Corps headquarters I'm going to station them down somewhere around here, so they can take up some of these divisions under their command. I have this unit here, the 30th, and I believe we have, where's the other one? There should be another group of 30th. Or they're coming up next turn. In any event, I broke off an engineer. I pulled one engineer back so it can handle this bridge. I have 3 bridges, so we'll be in position to start blowing them because we have Piper that's right here coming down the road. And so this is my stage area for them. So they're gonna break off and they're gonna get into this fight. We have these other units right now, they pull back. These guys were brutally beaten up against Piper's comp group. This one and I believe this one of them. And so we're trying to just build a roadblock from Piper's units. And Piper has help from the Jaegers. And we have the 12th Volksgrenadier. That's also doing some damage down here in the south. So, trying to shore up this area. We're gonna make an attack, a counterattack right now against this 12th SS unit that's sitting in constricted terrain. And that's why we're only coming in with battalions on each side, because that's the max that can go in. We'll see what happens. Hopefully their artillery doesn't hurt us. I need to damage them more. The rest is going to stay as, let's zoom out. The rest is going to stay as is. Some construction that we're going to be doing here. This construction was actually here. I think that's about it. We have an engineer down here ready to blow bridges. We have an engineer over here. We have, I believe that's the 101st Airborne. So they're on their way to Bastogne. trying to find the best route. And there it is, best stone. And if I zoom out, you can see how far away they are from it. Then I have the 82nd, who will be taking this main road, and that's their assembly area, and then they'll branch off here. So there is, what is this? No, this area we're gonna blow that bridge if we need to, but this area is an objective for the Germans, so we'll deal with that. We have another engineer ready to blow the bridge because we have the 116 Panzer that might show up. We have the 2nd Panzer Division that is gonna route its way up this way, is not going towards Bastogne. And then we have Panzer Lehr. So I have to move these units out right now. I wanted to work in that sector first and then come down here. So let me just make sure up here that the sector is all done with units moving. And then I'll move back down by the 8th Corps. Let me get you guys in a, trying to get away from that sheen. Okay, what do we have? By the way, these units with the spade, it just tells me who I'm going to give reinforcements to. So everyone moved here. So that is good. Let's go over here. Okay, so let's start with road movement. So I have some artillery units over here that need to get out of there. So let's get them behind back here. So I gotta see if there's anyone in the way that's motorized on this road. If they are, then we're gonna have problems. Okay, this I know is leg units. That's a leg. So the road goes through there, and the road goes there. So we can go here, here, and back out to here. So let's do that. 1, 2, 3 to there. And let's go 4.5, 5, and we'll cover this area with barrages when it gets back in battery. All right, so this unit here cost me 1.5, 2.5, 3.5, 4.5, 5.5, 6.5, 7, 8, 8, 9. So that's 9. What's the range on these guys? They have a 5. That's 9 in there, but let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's bring it up by 1. You know what?
I'm going to need to leave room for these other ones, so I'll leave it there. This goes 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Because you have to pay 2 movement points when you enter a hex on the road with another mech unit. That's the Germans. So we will have to pay 1.5 plus adjacent to an enemy unit, 2.5, 3.5, 6.5, 9.5, 10.5, 11, 12. So 11 will be here. Let's do this again. We were here. 1.5, 2.5, 3.5, 6.5, 9.5, 10.5, 11 to there. Or we can go here for 11.5. That works. All right, we got the artillery out of the way, which is good. Any other mech units that need to move? These guys are all in place, so they're good. I do need to bring these units back. Those are the 7th Armor. Let's do this. Let's come around. Let me see if I can get a better view. We're gonna go around and go. So this will be 3 to here, 3 to there. 4.5, 5.5, 7, 7 to there. I don't want to be caught out in the clear. So that's 7. So these guys can go 7, 8, 9. So of course it's gonna be 9. And so we'll bring these guys up. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. 3, 4, 5. Let's do this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, supply now is in effect. So, if it's in effect, this is the 7th Armor right here, headquarters. So I just want to make sure I can receive supply. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, just go this way. So that's 1.5, 2.5, 3. He's in the way. I think the best way is to go loop around. And this is the road. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yes. So if we can get supply to them along this road here, it loops all the way around. As long as we're within 18. So that works. So they're going to be in supply. So I moved all the motorized units up here. Let me move the leg units. Who do I have? I think it's just going to be this guy. He's going to go there. He's done. Try not to knock over the counters. There's so many counters all over the place, so I'm trying to get the camera in a good spot. So these guys need to get out of there. I'm trying to escape, as you can see. They're being closed in. This unit here is trapped. And the reason why he's trapped is that he can't cross the river. He can't cross the river because you have to have enough movement points. So in the 2012 rules, there is no minimum movement. You must have enough movement points to move 1 hex. If you do not, you cannot move. I like that rule. So for him to leave, he's in constricted terrain. It costs 2 to leave a constricted terrain. It costs another, I think 3 to cross a river. So that's 5. It costs another 2 more movement points to enter a constricted terrain. And then it's going to cost me another 1.5 for the terrain being rough, and also another 1 to be adjacent to an enemy unit. So it doesn't have enough movement points to do it. And the reason why the constricted terrain is costing that much is because we're entering from the penalty side. We're not entering along the dashed line. And what I mean by that, I'll get closer. Let's see here. This dashed line here, we're coming across it instead of entering this way. So we would be getting penalties for all that. So let me put you guys back. Zoom out. All right, so it's these guys I want to move. But I'm trying to give you guys a better view. That's better. All right, that's better. Okay. What do we have here? So we're gonna leave these guys here. Oh, I can use non-road movement for them, but we'll leave them there as a stopgap. So let's do this. That's 1, 2, 3, 4 because we're next to our enemy. 5, 6. We are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we have to stop there. And 1, 2, 3, 4. Great. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. These guys are sitting in entrenchment 2, so it'll be a pain in the ass to get out of there. So let's do this. This is non-road movement, so I'm gonna have to deal with all of them. And I didn't move this unit here. Oh, I did. I did move that one. Okay. All right, that is it for this sector. Okay, let me fix that. And I move that out of the way. Fix that back. Okay, actually, the core line, this is the 5th core from here back. So since this doesn't affect over there, why don't we resolve this combat? Okay, let me just do a little tight walk. Just lay it right here, and I'll zoom out a little bit. Okay. All right, guys, let's do some combat. So the way it's gonna work, it's not gonna be combat, it's gonna be what's the next thing on the sequence of play. For this sector, the sequence of play, we did modes termination, we did construction, we did all of movement. We can blow bridges now if we need to, but we're not. We can do quick construction, but there is no one here that I see. Let me check. That can do quick construction. Nope. Let's see over here. Nope, it's a 1-step. Nope. All right, so there's no quick construction that's gonna happen. We're not gonna blow any bridges that I know in the 5th core section I'm speaking of. So I don't see anything now. We're not in danger of losing anything. So that's not gonna happen now. Exploitation phase for the Germans, they don't have anyone. Fatigue. Do I have anyone fatigued? We can recover that now. There is no one. And that's fatigued in my section for the Americans. All right, combat. So we're gonna start the combat phase. Attack designation. Do I have someone I wanna put in tactical assault? Is there someone that's strong enough to take on the Germans in tactical? Let's see. Now, there is something I can try. He needs to get out of there. Or you can just fight to the death. If I go in tactical, the problem is I won't get any shifts for being in prepared assault. And he just has to fight his way out. But the only thing is I don't have any artillery that can help him. So it would be a bad move for me to try to do that. So I'm not going to do any tactical for him. Okay. So there's no one that I'm going to place in tactical. Alright, so next up after tactical, barrage segment. The Germans can now drop down their artillery. So let's see who they want to go after. Get my markers. Okay, so this is the 12th SS. They are a battalion. So a battalion, it's a little different in this scenario capacity. So a battalion can bring in only 3, and I'll show you how it works. Look at all the dead American troops. So the way it works is, I'm not sure if I explained this last time. This is how the barrage capacity goes. So it's a German company or battalion. They can bring in 3 if they're in tactical mode. If they're under an IP, it's 3 times 1.5. If they're in PA or under an entrenchment, it's 3 times 3. Add a barrage, west wall, and so on and so forth. So that's how you can do your capacity, which I like. So it's a battalion. They're not under an IP nor entrenchment. So it's just going to be times 3. I don't think they're sitting on a vantage point, but I will check to see if they are. Let me go here. Let's see. Nope. Okay. And a battalion can spot from the same hex, by the way, 2 different barrages. So I can attack this one, and then the next one I can spot again from the same hex for this one. So I can do 2, I can spot twice from the same hex, being a battalion. So we're gonna target this hex first. And so I'm going to use this artillery, and then I can I'll bring in my Army or Corps asset artillery. So I can bring in 2 more. I want to try to get 8 barrage factor. This is 1, 2, 3, 4. I think these 2 right here will do. They're both 4. Yes. So we have 7. So we're going to do these 2 right here. So we have 3. So we have 3 barrage we have actually 10 barrage factors coming down. So you break up the barrage factors into 8. So it's a barrage factor of 8 and the other one of 2. Now they have in a rule, it's not a rule, but if you want, I think people play this way, we all play this way. If you don't want to bring in the other 2 points or 3 points because it's so little, because it might ammo deplete your artillery, you don't have to, you can drop it. But I'm playing with myself solo, where whatever you bring in, that is the barrage factors. So I have a barrage factor of 8 going down, and I have another volley barrage factor of 2. And so that's the penalty for bringing it in. That's how I'm playing it for myself. So we have 2 volleys coming down, one at 8 and one at 2. So let's check out. So let's check out this unit here. What do we have? Remember, they're attacking, so they don't get terrain bonuses. So there are 3, and vantage point means nothing for them for now, because they're the ones that's attacking. So it's 3 steps. So there's no modifiers for that. There's no modifiers for being mixed or pure. I think that is it. Yes. So I have an 8 and I have a 2. And we're gonna roll, if I can find my dice. The white dice is gonna be for the 2, the red dice is for the 8 barrage. And so here's what I have. I have a, where is it? I have a 7, and I have a 6. So let's look at the table for. So I have a 6 for the 8, so that's the 8th barrage factor, as you can see here. And so I have a 6, that's 2, so 2 hits. And I have a 7 for the 2, that's an AS. So AS2, not bad for the Americans. So the Americans cause an AS2. Let me get back to where it is. Let's set that up. And AS. So what do they want to do? Well, they can retreat, which they're probably going to retreat anyway. So they'll retreat back. So you can retreat back into your, if you're attacking, you can retreat back into your IP or your entrenchment to satisfy 1 hit. And they will now have to take a step loss, or they can take a fatigue. So, but I'm going to take a step loss for the Americans. So this is gone. No need to put an AS marker on them because I'm not attacking them. Well, the Germans are not attacking them. And so that's done. And I'll record that. So the Americans took an infantry loss, and not bad shooting by the Germans. So next up is going to be, we will fire again, same spotter, and we will actually get this unit here. And so we have, let me get some more. 1, 2, so we can bring in 3 again.
So we can bring in 3. So I have one that's down here with a barrage factor of 3. And I want to do the same thing if I can. These definitely can reach, but it's only going to give me 4 points. So that'll be 7 altogether if I do that. I don't want to do that. Do I have one that has 3 factor? Nope. Oops. I do have one up here. Can it reach? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's shy by 1. Cannot reach. Okay, so we're gonna have. Oh, by the way, let me roll for my ADV. Almost forgot. Now, for every volley over the first volley, you get a +1 added to your roll as a penalty. So let's do that. My red dice, my ADV for the Germans is a 3. Doesn't look like it's gonna be good, fellas. A 4 +1 makes it a 5. So that's a 5. That means 2 units will be depleted. So these 2 units back here, I'll do ammo depleted on them. I need to get ammo depleted markers out. So we'll do that later. I'll just leave 2 spades on top of them. And I'll get that. And I'm gonna twist them so I know as well. All right, so going back to that other barrage. So I'm bringing in 7. So I'm bringing in the 7 barrage on that unit. This unit is gonna be, I believe it's a 3-step as well. 3 steps. So it's just gonna be 1 roll. No modifiers. A 9. We rolled a 9. So 9 brings it to, where are we? On a 7 and a 9 is 2. So it's 2 hits. Again, they can stay there and try to pass, but then they'll lose 2 steps. Why would they want to do that? So they're going to retreat. So they're going to retreat back into their IP, and they're going to take a step loss. So that was a very successful barrage by the Germans. Okay. Actually, they don't have an IP. So they're going to have to retreat. So they have to retreat towards their headquarters, which is back there. So retreat 1 hex and then take a step loss. So they go here. Oh, that was good firing. And we'll roll for ADV. So it's just straight on roll. A 3, we pass. As long as you match your roll, you're good. I mean your ADV, you're good. All right, so yeah, so we're done with that. Now, if I was on a vantage point, you can see the attacker as well. However, I don't have any more artillery from that formation, so I'm not even gonna bother looking.
but that's something else you can do. But I believe we're in overcast, so if we're in overcast, the distance is 2 hexes that you can see out. I gotta double check that, but I know it's 2 due to overcast. And the last thing now is, I'll pull this closer, it's gonna be the combat. Well, it's gonna be their barrage first, and then combat. Here. All right, so this unit here, it's part of the second. Let's get some. I need to clip some counters. Let's do this. Let's see here. That is the target. Actually, do this. That's the target. And which we have. So we have battalion. For the Americans, NPA, their capacity is 4 times 3 is 12. So they can bring in 12. So they're going to bring as much as they can. So we have 1, 2, 3. So we have 2 here. 1, 2, 3, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's 3, 6, 9, 12. I'm only going to bring 1, not both. So 12. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. 12. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 12. Uh, 15. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 can make it. 18. So we have 18 barrage factors. So that's that'll be 2 volleys of 8 each, plus a third one of 2. Unless I bring in more to make it 24. 18. So I would need 6 more. I can bring in maybe 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Nope. Yeah, I can bring in these 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. So I'll bring in these 3 for 24. So we'll make and I just want to make sure I didn't go over the capacity as well. So there's 2 underneath there. And there's 1 over here. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 only, 7, 8, 9. Okay, so we didn't go over the capacity. So we're gonna bring in 24. That's 3 volleys of 8 coming down. So for every volley over the first is a +1 to your dice roll. So for the ADV roll. All right, so I'm gonna roll 2 dice first. A 7 and a 5. A 7 and a 5. Let me mark that. Let me do this. I'm just gonna put that there for 7 and a 5. And we'll roll one more. A 9. Oof, this is not gonna be good. All right, let's see. See where the dice modifiers are. So they're hitting this unit here. I know we're mixed, so let's see first on the steps. So we are 3 steps, so there's nothing against them. We're in the forest, so it's -1. And yeah, we're not mixed or anything like that, so it's just a -1. All right, guys, let's see the damage. So that's gonna be 6, 4, 8. 6, 4, and 8. So let's look at that. There's 3 of these. So 6, let's go 4, AS1, 6, 2, so that's AS3, and 8, AS5. AS5, guys. So that's 5 hits, plus an AS marker on them. And the moment we retreat, we put another AS marker on them. All right, guys, this is not going to be good. Headquarters for them. Where is my headquarters? Usually I have a dice on them. That's strange. Oh, headquarters is over there. Right there. So it's got to go that way. The maximum distance they can retreat is 1 hex anyway. So they're going to go 1. All right. So out of the 5, they resolve 1. They have 4 left. You take the 4 divided by 2. That's 2 left. Now you take it as step losses, or you take it as fatigue. And so the whole stack, even the ones underneath, will be fatigued with it. If I take a fatigue hit, which we are, we're gonna make it a fatigue 2. So, like I said, we had 2 hits left. It's a fatigue 1 and a fatigue 2, and we are done. So that's fatigue complete. And we get 2 AS markers on them. So let's do that. Now, if this unit gets attacked, the units that are in the hex with them, below them, do not add to their combat. So it would just be this against that. So we'll do this, and we'll make that attack, actually. Because if this is fatigue 2, they are quartered. So they're quartered, and they have 2 shifts against them. So it's going to be an interesting fight. However, I don't want to make that attack. I take that back because of the terrain I'm going to be in. They're in the west wall. I gotta see. What's the west wall? So if we attack them, they get 3 shifts for the west wall. They'll get another shift for this unit adjacent to them. So they'll get 4 shifts. We will get 3 shifts, 1 for the PA and 2 for the artillery shifts. And we're coming in with 7. You know what? We're not gonna make any attacks, we're not gonna advance. The whole idea was to slow them down, and that's what we did. If I could have taken things off of them, I would have. But I have a feeling that we would probably go in there probably close to 1-to-1, 2-to-1. And their armor's not gonna do anything to us because of we're in the forest. So we'll just sit back and not advance. And we'll end that battle there. Yeah, we'll end it there, fellas. And I'll get some, let me roll for my ADV. The Americans have a 7 ADV, however, we spent some ammo. We spent some ADV down to get some ammo points. And they are now sitting at 6. We rolled a 6, so we're good. All right, fellas, I need to get ammo depleted for these 2 units. And we'll end this right here. Thanks.